Okay, here we go. This is the last take of this. If this one gets messed up, we're using it anyway. Okay, here we go. Sweet. Mom just went, oh, Ryan got another gun. Yes, he did. Sorry, Mother. So, this is an old bolt-action shotgun, and the magazine it comes with only holds 2. These are all dummy ammunition, so nothing dangerous. We're being relatively safe. So there's 1, there's 2. 2 can fit in the factory guide, right? It looks snazzy in there, but not very much capacity. So as a fun project, I was just kind of looking at it and going, I wonder if we could make something like that. I've not worked with sheet metal before. I don't have access to a brake or a lot of clamps or anything like that. Dies or drill presses or anything. Just a hacksaw and a hammer. But we were able to make it work. So that was pretty neat. What was I going to say? I do not know. An initial problem we had that's kind of interesting, and you'll probably figure out the solution to it way faster than I did, was the first 2 would work fine, right? But the 3 or 4 after that, and you can still see it, so here we go. The first one's at a pretty steep angle, see that? But now I have to go find these. I flung them all over the room. Once you get to, say, the 3rd one, they're starting to flatten out, and it can fit 6. The 5th one the 6th one still suffers from this problem, but it feeds 5 okay right now. But we got 4 in there, and you can see it's a lot flatter, and that's because, do you know? It's the same reason an AK-47's magazine is bananaed, right? It's because the rims are stacking up, and so as you go, you're getting a effect kind of like this, right? And so as you add more and more, it's curving. And so if I've got a straight-edged magazine, the bottom one's like this, like I want it, but the top one's flat like this, right? So originally, at that point, it could only feed 2 of them, and the 3rd and 4th and 5th ones and 6th one would all get caught on this edge. They wouldn't be able to make it past there. So my roommate, Charlie Corbett, had a really smart idea. He said, why don't you just put a little ramp right there? Because there's extra room to make it easier to load them. That's the way this one is designed, and because there was extra room, I had enough space to put a little ramp. And so that works. And as you can see, it works fine. So now we, instead of just 1 and 2, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th one is a little tight. It's right at the bottom of the ramp. But I'll show you again, so it's not a fluke, right? It is kind of fun that the bottom pulls up as you go. You kind of get an indication of how many you have left that way. It's definitely a little clunky, you know. That's a pretty long magazine, but not a whole lot longer than some other ones that people use, although those ones hold like 30 and whatnot, but that's a rifle caliber, so it's not a very fair comparison. So, yeah, here we go again, just for fun. So, yeah, cool stuff. What else? The one other gotcha here is the dummy rounds I got are shorter than real shells. So check this out, right? That's a problem. So there's room for that ramp in there with the orange ones, but with real rounds, it's a little tight. So I'm probably gonna have to file off some of that ramp. I'll have to be pretty particular about where I put it. But we'll see. Good times, fun project. No welding. I didn't weld anything. It's just heavy duty epoxy, which works well. I don't think there's anything else to talk about other than there's a lot of hacksawing involved, and that took a long time. I didn't know what that was going to be like, and I was sitting there going, oh my goodness, why did I do this? But it was fun.